How's the combat feel? It feels nice. Everything feels like it's you can't like.
I like it because there's no music at the moment. 1 second. Let me sort that out for you guys. There we go. Why does it say Tavern Talk 2? There you go. I think I fixed it. I fixed it. Good, 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 good. I did my job. 1 second. I'm going to turn the music down in my headset a bit. Because I'm still got a little bit of settle that I may have missed around. Okay, do that. There we go. And then shrink that down. There we go. Anyway. Hello, fellow Cravers. It's me, GD, your favorite shapeshifting anomaly here. And today it is Monday, the 17th of June, 2024. I hope everybody has had a great weekend. I hope everyone's enjoyed the game demos that is during Next Fest. That is currently still going on. For the fact that I know Karina is currently playing at the same time as I am. But anyway, talking about Next Fest, that's where we're leading into what we're doing today. So one game that we did on our Next Fest run through of demos is we played a game called Tavern Talk. If people don't know what it is a fantasy style visual novel where you are basically the tavern owner and you are basically listening to people's stories of glory and failure, and basically hearing rumors, piecing things together to figure out quests that need to be done and giving them to the right people while giving them the right drink to help them for that quest as well. Well, luckily for me, the nice folks over at Gentle Troll Entertainment have been honoured to give me a copy, an early access to more of the game itself, which is so nice. I'm looking forward. This is a game that I'm definitely looking forward to. Was looking forward to playing, and I get an opportunity to play more of it. It's nice. I'm looking forward to this so much. So much so that just to give you guys a heads up, this is not the only time we're going to be doing Tavern Talk this week. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more of it now because of it. First of all, I feel like we need to get more established, a little bit more in depth of the game itself. And then on Friday, during the Portal Pals, because I feel like there's a bit of voice acting that needs to be done in this game, in my opinion. I'm going to be gathering everyone, and we're doing a voice acting game night for this game itself. So that is something worth looking out for as well. Why is it doing that? It's having its own little fun load up. 1 minute. I can hide the reactor for tonight. You don't need to keep loading up reactor. There you go. But yes. Well, before we do all that, we have a couple of things that we need to do, as always, and that is, first of all, talk about what day it is today, more importantly, what week it is today. Yes, I'm going to do it for once, and not Gemma. Yes, I get this power for once. So starting off with the weeks. This week is Learning Disability Week. Understanding diverse learning needs empowers educators to create inclusive environments where every student can thrive and succeed. It's also National Play Catch Week. Connecting through a simple toss, a timeless game fosters bonds, laughter, and shared moments of pure joy. It's also National Forgiveness Week, Refugee Week, Animal Rights Awareness Week. I hate this. National Pet Wedding Week. It is also going into the days. It is National Apple Strudel Day. Channel your inner Austrian foodie and try making your own apple strudel using apples, brown sugar, vanilla, lemon, cinnamon, flour, and raisins that are optional. You don't have to use raisins. It's also Global Garbage Man Day. Give a big thanks to the men and women who keep your community sanitary and hygienic on Garbage Man Day, or Waste and Recycling Workers Week. It's also National Stewart's Root Beer Day. A frothy mug of root beer that tastes so bold and sweet, bubbles tickling your nose, is the perfect treat for any day of the week. It is also National Take Your Cat to Work Day. Spice your workday with a furry companion by your side. Nothing beats having your purring pal boost your mood and productivity. I wonder, 1 second, I want to do something. If that is the case, I think Red doesn't mind me doing this. I want to do something and see if this actually works as well. Give me a sec on this one. I'm trying to think, how would I do it? Would it... No. Is it this one? No, don't want to load... No. How do I add an item? I want to load my current model as one. Let's take a photo. Let's create an item scene. I don't think I can. No, okay, ignore it. I was going to see if I can put Red into all space. I can technically with an image, but I'm lazy now. But anyway, it's also World Day to combat desertification and drought. It's World Tessellation Day. Try creating your own tessellation using paper, pen, and scissors to help wrap your mind around these strange and fascinating math-based patterns. And I hate this. Why is this today? Why is it the day when I've got to say it? It's National Eat Your Vegetables Day. Focus on getting ample veggies in your diets, improve your overall health and well-being. Consider growing your own veggies for extra satisfaction. No, I don't want to grow veggies, but vegetables are supposed to be good for you, blah, 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 the usual bits and pieces. But also, before we go into the game itself, there is one more thing I want to do, and that is, of course, talk about the schedule that we've got planned for this week. Here we go. So we've got the old schedule here at the moment, as you can see. So let us change over to the new week with one flip of the switch. Ta-da! There we go. We have Elfie Gemma D. She kind of scares me a little bit. She seems like she's up to something, but you never know with her. But anyway, yeah, so this is our plan for this week. I think it's pretty much sort of the same plan-based thing that we normally have. So, of course, we are doing Tavern Talk, like we said we are doing today. Gemma's taking over with The Sims 4, technically, at 8 p.m. tomorrow. We have got a random night on Thursday, 8 p.m. And then, of course, Saturday, we have Port Pals Night at 2:30 a.m. These are all UK times, by the way. Which we are doing Tavern Talk. And Baldur's Gate 3 with VVQ at 9:30 p.m. UK time on the Saturday. Plus all our streams. Twitch.tv/GDW2007, YouTube.com/CraveYourGames, where our VODs are, and our premieres. Talk about premieres. We've got Botany Manor on Wednesday and Murder by Numbers on Friday. Premieres start at 5 p.m. UK time. And then, of course, any changes or randomness, or when the schedule comes out, Twitter or X, whatever you want to goddamn call it, it's at GDW2007. And when we go live, when the premieres go live at Crave Your Game, there you have it. That's all our bits and pieces there for you. Well, without further ado, let us turn down the music itself. As I move that back into the corner. There we go. We'll turn down this background music. And we are going to go and switch over to the main game. Let's go. It's going to be blank on the screen, isn't it? I thought it would do. It doesn't like it when I am not the main focus of the screen. There we go. Okay, there we go. And then, can I put the... Hide you down there. There you go. Have you back main focus of the screen? Okay, we'll focus back on in a minute. I know it will. Come on! There we go. And can I just put the chat top? So I like seeing how the chat is. Actually, what chat I want to see is, especially if somebody is also streaming at the moment, I like to keep an eye on making sure everything is alright on her side as well. Yeah, there we go. Right, so yeah, like I said, this is Tavern Talk by Gentle... I will get your name correct. I've been reading this multiple times today. Again, so this is Tavern Talk by Gentle Troll Entertainment. Again, it is a game, it's a visual novel coming out on the 20th of June. A visual novel that is based on you being a tavern owner, and we are getting guests that are coming in where they are sharing bits and pieces about their lives, giving us ideas of quests that need to be done, and then of course getting things organized again and sent out. What is this wanted wall? These people that have actually backed this. The Wizards of Pause, banned for causing too much chaos due to Innkeeper trying out his new catnip recipe. It happens. Oliver Moss, banned for selling glowing magical wishing rocks. This person's wanted, banned for plopping ahead of his hunt bounty at the bar. Aether, reason for banning angering the dice gods. You do not anger the dice gods. There's one thing you do not do. You never anger the dice gods. Anyway, without further ado, let us jump into the game. Of course, my pronouns are he and him. And we will go into this. So,
once upon a time, in a world far, far away, in a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically.
okay.
Not that far away. Let me start over.
Okay.
Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern. A place for anyone looking for an adventure
I think the
or a
door's
quick
locked.
refreshment.
Oh, there you go.
A place open to
Wow.
everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper.
Huh?
My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious.
Of course.
Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
You got a point. Oh, hello. Hi, Innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy? I've got to click on it. Yeah. Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to return into a mushroom monster. Or a mushroom mimic. Maybe a gnome. Did it? No. Yeah, but I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. I didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very exciting. Am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roast nut. Hey, look, nuts are healthy. They're thrown in saucers or as a snack. There are various types of nuts. There's walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I mean, peanuts not really a nut. It's classed as a legume, but still, I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. It's not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No. I don't think... No, I think that counts as a mistake. So, what you're saying is that you're missing some spice. Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I am very good at growing Phoenix chilies. I was talking about spice in your life. That's what you meant. Well, yeah. Yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes or garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun? I mean, have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theatre or a gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? And they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights. And of people. And of actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things if I never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. Okay. I wish to be the hero, slaying mighty tricks. I wish to meet a pretty nymph, resting by the lakes. Pretty nymph, that is pretty daring. Of course it is. That's the point. Finding them enjoying themselves in the water. The sun shining through the treetops, making the stream glisten in fragmented light. A divine beauty. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I won't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer you didn't. Okay. Maybe one day I'll offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. And thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favourite. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering... I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? You know what, sure. Really? Yeah. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually we start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. There we go. Oh, you pinned my order. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No. I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you picked the wrong one? I can either erase it with the sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. So we get the book. She wanted a swift strike. So we draw that onto the board, like so. And so, have you noticed, these bottles are actually in the right places for the symbols itself to make things a little bit more easily simplified for us. It makes it easier for us to understand what we're doing with this. So, according to this, a swift strike, it needs 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Put that back. It also needs 1 of the intelligence and 1 of the defense. There we go, and there's a swift strike. Now I could pull it in there, but more importantly, there you go, Andrew. Hello, buddy. Yeah. Good boy. Oh no, what have I done to Andrew? But anyway, let's just make the drink properly now. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Add some of that. Oh, that might have been a. Oh, I did. Shit, I did put too much in. But it can actually jump if you made a slight mistake as well. There we go, and it's done. Ding! Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What do you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. It's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of. Aren't you scared that'll be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but what? Never mind. Oh. Hey, Gloomy. Crow. How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific. Thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure. Whatever. Right, so, spoken heart. There we go. So, simple enough. 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. It needs one of the fighting, or I think that's strength into it. Oh, no. I'm really getting good at... There you go. Looking for Andu, he likes. He likes the taste of potions. Every time. And one of... There you go, some defense. There we go. Boing. This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone, shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Alright. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Fine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is it what you want to do? Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think he'll be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Why does he... Is he pooping? I'm looking at you, Crow. I swear if you are... I'm keeping an eye on you for a sec. He knows I'm keeping an eye on it. If you're pooping, you're getting out of my tavern. That is health and safety gone wrong. Well. I'm just gonna look away now. And you're not gonna do anything while I look away. Okay? Huh. Don't trust you, bird. I don't trust you one bit. It knows I'm looking at it. I swear to God, it knows I'm looking at it. Anyway. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yeah. What if it's wrong to leave though? What if destiny ever meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Bye. Blind crow. Greetings, traveller. How can I help you? You own this establishment, innkeeper? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Cerilyn. You can call me Cher or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, sir. Lynn, what can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quest, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. No quest from me, but I may have one for you or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tegeran? I swear he pooped! Terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart. The whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and was far south of Evera. Erover. Been wondering if it's the same one. Just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? Think so? Nah, that just splits society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire. Which one are you, innkeep? If I had to choose one of them, team werewolf, team vampire, no offense. So you're into the fangs, are you? No, I'm just not into the furry. An innkeeper never tells. I did actually. You little rascal. I like you. Likewise. What about you? Vampires. Why? The wolves are too close to my kin and, yeah, I'd rather stay away from them. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. Sorry to hear that. Nah, the hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also want werewolves? I don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that's Southern Werewolf, yeah? Right, anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works? On any dog, trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Cher. Lynn. It's not that hard. It's either Cher, or Lynn. Gotcha, Lynn. Alright, Chief. You've got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful, something with a whole lot of strength. Don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. So she wants something with a lot of strength, huh? Ooh, Southern Brawler would be perfect for this then. So we need 1, 2, 3 of those. 1 defense and 1 charisma. A Southern Brawler. Drink. A drink with 0 water as requested. Not bad. So I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west, through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. You won't stop asking until I do, will you? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humour her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that, yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead? Certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past wants everyone willing to listen. Wouldn't you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation. And I'm ending it. Alright, okay, well then. If you find any more rumours for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups, but sure, for my work I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumours, you know how to turn them into proper crests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. Might as well do it. Fine, I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. This is where I saw all the rumours I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over. Make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise you end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select the quill of yours and it will be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Lynn. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you too. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. So, werewolf previously has been seen in either southern town or nomad, or do they have a goal in mind? The Vakrin Serelin, the Vukakin Serelin told me about the werewolf who is roaming around Turkarin, a potential threat to villagers. Werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after a stick. Let's do it. There you go. Reticent Volkovin passed by the Wayfarers Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Tigriran from Ererver. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest to save Tegarin from this werewolf's mayhem? And keep. That's easy. I fed ya. Noms. I'd do a little bit of dusting. And then we put out the lights. That's the first day over and done with. Oh, it's Act 1, Part 2. save because. Fable, what are you doing? What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It's a werewolf is terrorizing Tagarin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even, preferably one who is good with a bow? One who tells me they want the quest. Ah! I'm good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around the woods. I know, Fable. And maybe I want the quest? Just maybe. No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step in your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, there's the start of an adventure. Is there a forest? You know forest. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you've got silver arrows for your birthday last year and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then? I didn't think that far ahead. She actually tearing up. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest and then have to go on the quest? And I have to fight the werewolf or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And then what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss the shoot a tree instead, and then the tree would be mad at me. But I wouldn't really matter because it would be dead because of the werewolf. That definitely took a quick turn. So maybe I should just put the quest back. Fable. Yes. Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. Ah. Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I'll have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up 3 bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest, it seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh. Well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic. Fable the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen. All my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. He might prefer orange juice. He might. That bird is definitely pooping! Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. The Mary Morgan incident. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Can you hear about that? Oh, thank God a word didn't get around. It was my first adventure. The chance of finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets very foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits to call it home. So they want guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Teguran recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I never got lost in the woods before. But this time I did. I couldn't see well and there was blood rushing in my ears. I felt dizzy. So for some stupid reason I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the river's banks of the Shivermere, to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? A rightful spirit that is known to drown men? Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I sadly bid my farewell when they reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. Okay, what about this first encounter with the Hydra? Well, it's the day after it arrived to guard the portal to the Dream Plane Avalon. I wanted to be polite and neighbourly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. Okay. I burned them a little in the oven. But I thought since it was fire breath, since it had fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra. And I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around. And how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. He looked at my biscuits and then at me, and he said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things as changing as the Leviathan sea. All chimeras hate mice, all hydras love tea." Oh. I thought to myself, wow, Amaranthian Hydra that's given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left, and I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back apologizing and begged for the answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yeah. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late, if it hadn't needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. I suppose you have a point. Okay, and more importantly, why does nobody want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out of the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it, except for me. I get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had been once. It seems like my life only follows the path that is most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Abel. Am I? See, just last week, I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming, and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the weeping Amorous. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby. All day long, when I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rushing over me. I've never been so heartbroken. Look, I'm sorry. It sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. There's nothing wrong with picking flowers. There is if they're the wrong flowers. Imagine if I had offered them to an adventurers, or even worse, the Hydra. That would have been so embarrassing. I don't think gifting others flowers to make them a little happier is embarrassing. And it would have made for a good story to laugh about together. I don't think they would have laughed about it with me, more at me. Maybe they would laugh with you if you choose not to run away. You seem to assign a cruel sense of humor to people that haven't actually shown you such a thing yet. Not everyone thinks about you the way you think about yourself. That would be nice. Innkeeper? Yeah? Do you like spending time with me? You know what? I do, Fable. Really? Of course. Seeing your face in my tavern brightens even the cloudiest of days. Please never stop coming around. I won't. You make me feel a lot less alone. Thank you. That's because you're not alone. Not as long as my tavern and I are here. You better not go anywhere. Not planning on it. Anyhow, you seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find that out then. Like, on a quest? For example, don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? Guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't? What if I don't and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they've got? Or what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So, look, what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about that like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I am a fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit, I guess. Okay. I, Fable, a great gardener and future hero, charmer of the nymphs, I'm going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do that right? Yes, good job. I'll leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolves don't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity? If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy? Perhaps it's just a hungry lost larkin after all, and only needs a pep talk and a hook. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I'll leave the choice up to you. Make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Just keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. Well, of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sort of a backseat mixing. I feel like... So I've got a choice here. Either more charisma or dexterity. And I feel... I feel like she needs a bit more charisma. I think her dexterity is already quite good. So I'm going to try that. So this goes. This should do it. Thank you. So much better, braver, balming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Tregearon. I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I need to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest. So? I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that onto mortals like us. Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. It will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Hope Fable will be alright. I actually hope she is alright as well. I wonder what path for the fate took. Maybe a zesty one? Everyone's able to help. Oh, great. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Don't say drink. Drink. Yes, okay, I get it. Could you be more specific? The spoken heart one tasted. Fine. Thank you. Magic. A spoken heart just for you. Maybe I'll help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. Really charming. You two alright? You got slime on you. Careful, you step on my cape. Oh, shash. Greetings, travellers. How may I help you? Not another one of those empty babblers. Would you prefer a different line? Let me see. Hail and well met, adventurers. Would you like to try me drinks? No, that felt wrong somehow. Could you try the one where you just serve drinks quietly? I'm fresh out of that one, sorry. Thought so. You're planning on to try and peer into my backstory? Probably. I'm warning you. I'm very good at ignoring non-essential NPCs. I have feelings. Why are you ignoring me? Not ye, the innkeep. Innkeep is ignoring me? Not in the slightest. don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. The thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? Well, what's thing? Ah, my cape! Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fella on his shoulder is a noose. Or what's left of it. And the rest of it is on you? Aye, pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you 2 drinks in exchange for a story on your names? Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. I am Sir Alphonse Louis Frederick Duquette du Sang. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favourite colour. I'll offer something with red in it. Let's have a look. Something with red. Like a Southern Brawler. There you go. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious, very alive. Maybe as a chaser, you could let me have a bite. No. Okay, okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frostgrip. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Skip. Just serve me something strong, something that feels durable, tough like a mountain or a cave of caves of air. One of those frosted lagoons look close enough. Right up. Frosted lagoon. 1, 2, 3. And it is one of these. And one of those. Frosted Lagoon. There you go. A taste of just for you, vowed customer number 2. Oh, are you in the placeholder text? Let me try. I see ye are many things, not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks, just how I like it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that Oozfield story? Fine, guess you earned it. Alright, picture me deep in the mountains of Dovimir with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding my own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. And suddenly, this big ooze comes along and... gun it was. It is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go look for my cape now? It's nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills ye? Oh, yes, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyways, I couldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slurped in gold, I had to do something. So I took my shovel and dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So did you dig out your gold? Silly food, she dug out me. And guess what was clinging on to? The gold? Oh, yes! The big gold nugget should be enough to get me to Brovia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did? Please allow me to ask a question. What was the deal again? I get you to Baruvia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. Well, what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother, it's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chest, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put me capes? Where? In a wardrobe! Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No! Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you. We could? Phenomenal! I could put on a quest for you, but for what that, we need a little more information. Good luck with that. First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. Well, I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strutt in Baruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course, I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding? Your wedding. When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn. The vampiric Countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle. That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Oh, of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape? Ah, rats, here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little mean, vicious, beautiful beast! Ha! That thief of thieves robbed me of my most precious possession! Wouldn't that be your heart? No! I had that taken out centuries ago, but my cape... I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn. How could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps, innkeeper. That's your name, right? Sure! Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid my sweetest Evelyn would kill me on the sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think I can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn, Queen of Darkness, Temptress of Men, Flamenco champion of 1476. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible too. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. And keep quickly. Another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Take it quick! Some liquid stamina for the valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. I might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now. I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails ye. The whole way here, ye were complaining about having to walk. My platform doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice, and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons. Could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh, right. Innkeeper, do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin? I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me of my Aunt Matilda. Used to harness the power of a chimera saliva for sun protection. A chimera. A thing, beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all, made by the dragons to guard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware, I just don't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah! If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves. I could have asked for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, it might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal. No, nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'll be no match for such a beast. No problem, I can make another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds, especially that part. Splendid. Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. So, Inky, while we wait for someone to do his work for him, do ye perhaps have a room or two? Possibly a room without sunlight? Would want Snow White to go up in flames over here? Sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real boy one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Alright. Let's have a look here. So Continent Hydra is good for that. Wyvern kind resides at Quag Mangrove. Ventures where you might be on its menu. The one thing that stands a chance against Gru and Curse of the Sun is Chimera Brightly. There you go, let's put that onto the thing. To summarize, deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that it could walk in broad daylight. Is there an adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? What's this one? A quirky vampire is looking for his cape. He seems a bit confused, wanted to go for a stroll in the sun. At the foot of the Witch's Peak, Raph's Peak, resides Countess Evelyn. Vampire temperance man, beware of invisible threats. Yeah, there we go. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of Witch's Raph Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but be aware she might be invisible. There you go. Alright, let's go cleaning. Feed. Num nums. Dust. And oh sweet, so we do get one more to play with. One more game to play with new friends and former enemies. Let's do it. Shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning, and I have access to some fake crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. So, innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too, Lun. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend? We ain't friends. We're not? So you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud for 10 years. Wait, what? So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I won't call it a feud. I call it more of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like a feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was going to kill him. I thought it was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died? No. Elfie was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Wait, what? Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think he is confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance? They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep. Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon of the quest fable. Right. The quest. Travelling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Tregaren right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farmer after the other. An idyllic sight, well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally. Visually. A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I'm no owl. Thank God you already weird enough. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay. I heard the creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf and first thing they do is greet them? A polite person. Or an insane one. It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she said, and she asked who I was. No, I asked, "Who are you, a god?" I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming eyes, gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he was wanting to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something brushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Cyrilin and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I said, it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the werewolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old... Hey, why can't I say that? What the... Youth protection, the age rating system is quite harsh. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years, was coping about it by joking. That's the one way I can talk about him these days, because of the feud. Yes. He used to be my favourite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant, fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually, he just left, ran away without a word, left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. So I was going to kill him if I ever saw him again. Anyways, thought he could just face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get his problems as far away from everyone as possible, idiot. Did you talk it out with your fist? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did they figure that out? How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them if they hadn't stopped to talk, I would shoot them both. I would never have done that, of course. But they must have believed me because they actually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I set them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. 'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop two angry wolves? Oh, well, anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Cerilyn and the miscommunication. Feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. We couldn't stop the change and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If he had known, we would have helped him best we could. At the very least, we would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for the full moon. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things or Vulcan things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. Wait, the sheep? No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. The silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that. The little stick is oddly persuasive. Hadn't had us talking about it before I even realised I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first and apologise to Uncle Fredo for the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess the hug did feel better when a great sword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with the cure he still can barely control himself. We'll help him realise that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course it won't be easy, no change ever is. I learned that from him. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. Sounds like... It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. We'll call it an ending rather than the beginning of something new. So in the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one. Exactly. I like that. So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decide to grab a drink together. Got offered to spend a day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus Elfie was dying to get back here. Let's talk about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something in the werewolves. With the werewolves. Something about it being for you, Inkeep? Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise. That wasn't that hard, was it? Well. What? So, a drink. What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean, make me the usual strength never gets old. You want strength? As always. Boom, 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 boom. Three strength, 1 blue, and 1 Southern Brawler. There you go. Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? You have something that'll calm me down, maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses? I had a stressful day. Night. Morning. Sequence of events. Yeah, swift strike, I can do that for you. I wonder how high I can take this. 1, 2. One of these. And Ka-ching. There you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Cerilyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere, it's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available, you can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you. Look. So, you heading home, Fable? Yeah, I've been gone for a whole day. Need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. You think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. You're right, I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that, I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. Well, if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Cerilyn first, but I'll be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. Who's paying for the drinks? You're wearing your hood. Good evening to you too. This quest wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? No. My legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle and get the cape. I mean... Yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yes? Seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence, me too. Wait a minute. Has she ever frequented your tavern? Wait a minute. No, not recently. But she has. Once had vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at night? Yes. Wait a minute. I'm going to keep this in my head for now. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? Yeah, like a blue shade, I would say. No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask. Sure, yeah. I would guess she looked pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Interest. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yeah. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to stay clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotten flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire seems to be a thief. A person? Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth the coin you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Anything worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I'm one with the shadows and the wind. Gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration? Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you'll deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me, along with a neated little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? Could do with one of those. Heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow me to dip into part of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? Secrets. Secrets. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come to the shock of you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy I spent hours just watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks, and some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. I was finally able to unpack them. Infusions? Intriguing. What foul magic do you have to offer? For your purpose, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of the nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they turn you invisible, eventually, and for a bit. The duration is still unpredictable. I also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So what dark depths of yours are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature, so it must be strong and vigorous if I want to stake it in her heart where fangs are near my neck. What's she up to? There's some sun peeling. Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs. Or perhaps a smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose, so that she may lie in shame and have lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity, and some invisibility would help with staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with decisioning, Keep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it? Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful of how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. Make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape, so that it makes the correct recipe. Okay, I can do that. Should try...
10 raiders from Karina.
Hi everybody!
Stream elements.
Thank you for the raid, Karina. Hi everybody. Okay. Loads of talkie.
Karina. Set barbecue raid, barbecue raid, barbecue raid. Treat-ups.
Let's finish.
Set barbecue raid, barbecue raid, barbecue raid.
Hi everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for the raid, Karina. So we are currently playing a game that is not out at the moment. By the way, I am GD, your shapeshifting anomaly here. I'm part of the Portal Pals themselves.
Set barbecue raid, barbecue raid, barbecue raid.
My favourite bit, the barbecue raid, barbecue raid, barbecue raid. But yeah, so we are playing a game called Tavern Talk. So this game is currently not out at this moment in time. I don't know how much left I've got that I'm allowed to play of this. But it comes out on the 20th of June, so this Thursday. So if you wonder what this game is basically a visual novel with a little mixture of making drinks in a way of some sort. So best way of doing it, so at the moment we are here making a drink for somebody to get ready for a quest to go and fetch me a cape of invisibility. But to do that, I've got a choice of either with infusions. So we have some infusions at the top here. Got some chilies, some frozen pine cones, some fey crystals, and then we've got other things. And then, of course, each of these potions here, if you can see on the right hand side, matches with the kind of skills that you got. So you've got dexterity, you've got charisma, strength, defense, and intelligence. And this is Andu. Andu is my little pet dragon. He eats my potions when I go and
Said
screw
I'm
up.
gonna look and grab some food, so I'll be back.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll go get food. Go eat. More importantly, this game will be playing on Friday as well with the Portal Pals. We'll be all doing voices for this because I've been trying my best to do all the voices. It is difficult. I'm going to be saying that right now. But I found there's a particular voice, apart from the innkeeper, that I enjoy doing. And it's this weird vampire in this that I just love doing. But anyway, let's make this potion. So maybe I should try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Right. So let's give it a try. So this will give them an ice barrier. That if someone tries to hit them, they would get hurt themselves. Or the fake crystal, which gives them the ability for invisibility. As you can see in the center right there. Oh, right. And it gives a plus on... Okay. So I'm thinking a fake crystal would be useful in this. So it already gives a plus on dexterity and intelligence itself. So it needs to be more for the dexterity of it. So it would be going for this, the swift strike, if anything. There we go. So I know that I only need to add 2 of these. There we go. Because it's already at 3. That is already done. So a little bit of... Technically we've already got a swift strike there as it is. I mean, if I do this, would it? Yeah, it won't make any difference. I just wanted to finish filling the drink. Yeah, let's go with this. Let's give them some swift strikeage. Add an infusion to a mixed drink of your choice. Nice, okay. There you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Garlic breath. Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal that? You don't ask for permission before you steal something in keep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. Let's see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Good one. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No, only the absence of it. That makes 2 of us. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I hope so too. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. And she can't see me. Goodbye, innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the night sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave, or for a good story. Farewell. Or for a bitter end. I'm taking this quest and a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Yeah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No, your bed's just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. I've never heard anyone complain about a bed being too comfortable. Of course, my apologies for all my very comfortable beds. I'll make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up and keep me up too. Strong, strong, strong. Of course, Southern Brawler. Ooh. No, there's no point of wasting some. Actually, you know what? Let's have the chair. There you go. I made a small Southern Brawler. Yeah, add a bit more of. There you go. Still the same. Made it hot for you too. It's a spicy one. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. It's the right amount of it. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Sail In. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. We just having a staring contest or what? I say it's my turn to make conversation. I Miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting angsty. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen. Couldn't get more reckless than that. It could by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Wait a minute. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva's for the vampire. Vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera do themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if anyone just did their own quest, the quest economy would be in shambles. I suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Does it bother you that it's for a vampire? No. Does it make you nervous? No. You did mention that you like fangs. Did I mention that I have a great sword 3 times the size of your head? I'm sure a vampire would find that impressive. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking. Ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created by the guardians, by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You'd do a piss poor job. Thank you. It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy. What you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay, nervous. Ain't that either? Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement. Don't laugh. I'm not laughing, I'm asking. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one or to survive one. Shut up, Crow. Seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about guardians? It's less about the guardians and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yeah, modelled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons? Chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool. Also, when I was little, my baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on their journeys. Not sure if it's true, but they always claimed she met each of the realm's keepers themselves. Had little keepsake from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she... passed? Left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Oh, ouch. I had to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Family has a leaving problem. At least she left all savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it's almost like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No. Was the only kind she never encountered. Had crows with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think, but never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? So, you like dragons? You know, I do, yeah. They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting, very magical. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was a little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about the wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. I don't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. A little help never hurts anybody. A little self-reliance doesn't either. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up then? Didn't say that. See, it doesn't count as help. It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah, sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? I reckon a bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Birds are quick and toothy, so I need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a bit of Phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. It could be very useful in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure. I'll try one. And on topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. So we either go shield with a bit of fire or intelligence. You know, we haven't done an intelligence one yet. I want to do intelligence. Figured it out. Thanks. Maybe season it with some trickery. It does feel weird, like my brain is sparkling. No refunds. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problem. Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they've got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Wait and do. Brush the floor. And so is this where I've got to stop? It's not. But we are coming up to 2.5 hours. So all I'm saying from this is where we are going to have a stop of this. For the fact that I think we did quite well with the game so far. So again, this is called Tavern Talk. The game is not out yet. It is coming out on the 20th of June, so this Thursday. Thanks again to the beautiful folks over at Gentle Troll Entertainment for giving me this opportunity to have a go of their game early itself. My thoughts on this, well, I already mentioned my thoughts with the demo itself. I enjoy these kind of games. I enjoy the chance where we can do some voice acting, and games that I feel are great to be with, especially with Friends of the Portal Pals itself. So this is the reason why we're also playing this. Why is there a sheep there now? This is why we're going to be playing this on Friday and going to be playing more, probably starting from the beginning on Friday itself on this. So please join us for that stream as well. Talking about streams though, we have got our usual bits and pieces we need to go and talk about in the chat itself. There you go, put the music back on. And I'm going back into my... going on. There we go. So, before we go, let's talk about what our plans are for the rest of this week and then go and raid somebody, of course. So, schedule-wise for this week, we already mentioned, of course, Saturday, Portal Pal Night. I'm really gonna move myself over into this corner now for a bit. There you go. It makes it easier for us to see everything. So, like I said, Gemma D will be here tomorrow with some Sims 4 as she continues her control over the Portal Pals as they go through their teenage kicks. Of course, that is starting at 8 PM UK time. All these times are in the UK, by the way. Just going to point that out. People want to know what UK time is. 5 hours in front of Eastern time itself. So Tuesday 8 p.m. 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. Eastern. Then of course we have a random night on Thursday again at 8 p.m. And then on Saturday we have the Portal Pals night, 2:30 a.m., which is 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And then of course I am joined by VVQ, another member of the Portal Pals, on Saturday at 9:30 p.m. for some more Baldur's Gate 3, which of course is 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Of course, all our streams are at twitch.tv/GDW2007 and youtube.com/CraveYourGames, where our VODs are and our premieres. Premieres this week: Wednesday, Botany Manor; Friday, Murder by Numbers. Premieres start 5 p.m. UK time, noon Eastern. And of course, if there is any changes to the schedule, just randomness on there as well. And when the schedule comes out, usually on a Sunday or Monday, you can find us on X or Twitter at GDW2007. Or you can also join us when we go live, when the premieres go live, at Crave Your Game. And also, if you want, you can also join us. Portal Pals, we have a Discord channel for you guys to join to keep up to date. We try and do as many community nights as we possibly can for you guys to enjoy and join. You can always join us at the following link, which Mini GD will be nice enough to tell you guys right about. If I can get onto it, where is the box? There you go. Now.
GD. Said HTTPS Discord GG9JKBPGJW.
What was that again, Mini GD? Can you tell us again, please?
GD. Said HTTPS Discord GG9JKBPGJW.
There you go. So please, you can always join us on our community channel. That is Portal Pals. If people do not know who the Portal Pals are, it is me, Karina Barbecue, Red Aftermath, VVQ, and Yamura. We, of course, stream every Saturday morning, 2:30 a.m. UK time. So Friday night for the people out there in the States and Canada. And, well, North America, Americas in general, to be honest. But yes, join us there. We do try and keep us up to date as we possibly can. We do put our schedules on there as well. So please come and join us on there. And of course, like, subscribe. You know all the usual drill. Please do. It always benefits. And I like the attention. I'm not gonna lie about it. Right. Anyway, we're going back over to the main. So thank you everyone for joining again. So for our raid, who are we going to raid? Let's have a see who is available at this moment in time. Who is streaming? Well, we have got Kaiji Oniyama is doing some Street Fighter 6 at the moment. So we will go and raid him. So go and say hi. They're probably doing some training or whatnot. So we are going to send you over to Kaiji. Again, thank you everyone for joining me. I won't be back tomorrow, but Gemma D will be back tomorrow. So please join us for some Sims 4. And as always, I have been GD, your favourite shapeshifting anomaly. Karina, again, thank you for the raid. And until the next time, as always, to be continued. Have a great night, everybody. Goodbye.